Guy's a system, sticks to a system, runs it well, and adjusts it to what he has and the guys that can make plays and does a good job with that.
Last year was probably the worst possible circumstances to install a defense. Like, where do you feel like you guys are this year in terms of the comfort level and everything entering week one compared to a year ago?
I think the comfort level is more of the reps invested in being fundamentally better. I'm beating a dead horse here, but the no spring ball, the training camp the way it was, all those things like that, kind of on the fly, and we've had really time to really address fundamentals and technique and things like that. So that's been a benefit, and then obviously year two in the system is really good. But every team is different. Every team has a new personality, strengths, weaknesses, and you work around those. And areas of growth is a better word than weaknesses. But you've got to be very mindful of those and mindful of your strengths.
Was there something specific you gave Chase Williams to work on coming out the last season, and where is he growing the most to you?
One reason why he's grown is our strength staff's done a tremendous job with him in the weight room. He's always a hard worker, but they've improved him from top to bottom. He's a very smart football player, and that's another step forward which he has. He's very Talanoa-like as far as understanding the game, seeing things, being instinctive, and a student of the game, and that translates on the field. It's real simple. You take a 4-4 player that's undisciplined and he plays 4-7. You take, not that he's 4-7 or 4-6, but you take a guy that doesn't run a 4-4, but you got tremendous eyes and tremendous discipline, you're going to play fast, and that's what he does.
Can you see his influence on the younger guys in that room?
Though that entire room did a really good job when those younger guys showed up immediately when we started winter workouts. I put the older guys with the younger guy in every workout every day to kind of bring those guys along, show them the way, and that entire group has helped those younger guys along, and it's starting to translate. And it's incremental, it's day by day, but they're a lot further along than I thought they would have been, especially some of those guys not playing high school football last year. That was detrimental to their development.
How important is Chase taking that next level to what you want to accomplish as a defense?
Well, it's just another, we always have 3 safeties back there, sometimes 4, and all those guys have to be tremendous communicators. They've got to be guys that are trusted by the people in front of them to make the right check, to put us in the right coverage, the right adjustment, because if the guys in front of you don't believe in you, they don't see you work, then this thing doesn't work.
He's had a lot of experience. Is there one thing you point to that is the reason you have confidence he's going to be an even different player than he's been in his previous opportunities?
Well, he's stacked good days on top of good days on top of good days. A big part of being a good football player is you can't be the stock market. I say all the time, you can't be up and down and up and down and up and down. You got to be able to consistently. There's going to be some bad days in there. There's going to be bad moments, but you got to stack those days, those periods, those drills, those reps on top of each other to get better. He's done a really good job of that.
We've heard quarterbacks tell us that their first look is at the other team's safeties. So I'm just curious, how do you handle that as the kind of the first thing that the guy is going to be looking at when the ball is snapped?
Sure, you teach the strengths and weaknesses of every call. There's no perfect defense. They all have strengths, they all have weaknesses, and the biggest part of learning how to play and play well is not just memorizing, this is my assignment, this is what I do, is understanding the entire scheme. That's why the safeties are taught every position. They understand the strengths and weaknesses of the call, and then from that they can anticipate where the ball is going to go, where will the ball hit based on where we're strong and where we're weak.
Who are the future coaches in your room, if you had to guess?
Future coaches. Hopefully they're getting a great degree from USC and they will not be coaches.
We've seen you rotate a lot this preseason. How many safeties do you think you'll play in this game?
Depends on the situation, depends on what they're doing personnel-wise. I mean, I never put a hard number on that.
How many guys do you think are ready to play in a college game?
I think we've got a pretty good bunch. I think we do. I think a lot of guys are ready to go and excited, and it's, everybody says it's the time of the year we're tired of going against our teammates. We're ready to go against somebody else.
What's Kalen Bullock done to really stand out to you the most?
He, just like the young guys, have done a really good job investing the time over the spring, jumping right into learning the system, because it's got a lot of complexity to it as far as understanding all the checks and adjustments, and it's like learning algebra. You better know what step A is, what step B is, because once you get to D, and if you don't know C, you're in trouble. They've done a really, really good job with that, which allows us to not have training wheels on what we're doing and really just run the package when those guys are in there.
Are you at a place now where you can kind of throw pop quizzes at them at any given time and kind of expect them to know what's coming?
That's a big part of it. I mean, it's a whole lot of different ways of learning. I mean, coaching is teaching. Some guys learn verbally, some guys learn visually, some guys learn through film, some guys learn through a combination of film and actually walking through things. And it's just part of coaching is teaching, is figuring out what's the best way to reach each young man to get that message to them, because it doesn't matter what we know, they have to know. They have to have, obviously I can't play, I don't want to, you wouldn't want me out there, but we like to always say that I want from my neck up to be you on the field, obviously from your neck down is your body, so they can think like us and work like us. That's a really, really bad explanation of that, but
Makes sense.
kind of screw that one up.
Thanks, Coach.
Cool.